So when we talk about the Champions League draw round of 16, we don't have to give an in-depth analysis, but we just want to get Hugh Wizzy's take of Kick TV. So here is the draw: Manchester City against Barcelona. A lot of ex-Barcelona players going back and visiting Camp Nou. Olympiakos against Manchester United. Manchester United, in my opinion, with a cakewalk. Milan against Atletico Madrid. Leverkusen against PSG. Before I go any further, who has the biggest cookie matchup, you could say, aside from Manchester United?
Well, you say Manchester United have got the easy round. However, I've been really impressed with Olympiakos this year. They've been dominating in Greece, and they have a fantastic striker in Mitroglou, who has been scoring hat-trick after hat-trick. In fact, more hat-tricks in the Greek league than anyone has ever scored in the history of football. So they are going to have their hands full when they go over to Greece. That said, it should be a Manchester United victory. I would say that David Moyes will come under incredible pressure, and it would be very difficult not to say goodbye to the man if they weren't to come through that. And like you said, the easiest draw out of the lot. Manchester City, the whole transaction or the transition between Barcelona players turning to Manchester City and seeing the vision of their new dream and the takeover of European football, it's possibly coming towards being closer to that stage right now. You know, they have backroom staff that were at Barcelona. They have Yaya Toure, an immense man beast who absolutely dominated Arsenal and Bayern Munich. And I think that they will prove a tough test for a Barcelona side who defensively aren't as strong as they once were. They are slower than ever before, and really and truly made some questionable transfer decisions themselves in bringing in Mascherano into a defensive position, and also Alex Song, who hasn't really lit the world on fire or set the world alight in Spain as it goes. My money for those draws is on PSG against a tough Leverkusen side who've got quality players in Sam, who's been absolutely immense, one of the best in the Bundesliga this year. But I can't see anything but Ivra and Cavani coming through there. But yeah, the other draw, Atletico Madrid and AC Milan, I would say Milan will be.
Why? Why would you say Milan? That's an interesting pick. Why?
Well, this is the thing. I would say Milan are really carrying the Italian flag right now. It's been a shock to see Juventus fall out of the group stages, especially with the plethora of talent they've got on their hands. A waste of Pirlo, a waste of Pogba, etc., etc. You know, I would say that Milan must carry the Italian flag forward, and Atletico Madrid, who have been fantastic this year and are really pushing La Liga into a three-club league for the first time in a long time, which is great to see because it's not competitive at all in La Liga, which is why I prefer the Premier League. However, I would say that Diego Costa has been absolutely world-class over the last 6 to 9 months, and his aggression and his willingness to fight and win, plus the silky touches, could serve him well as a Premier League player in the future. Obviously, they will be going all out with Arda Turan, another fantastic player coming in from the left-hand side. But my money is actually going to be on AC Milan to pull a shock and carry that flag for the Italians.
Okay, how about this? If I will bet you that Atletico Madrid wins, and if I win, you have to wear a TYTSports T-shirt on your show. And if I lose, I have to wear a Hugh Wizzy cutout or a Kick TV T-shirt on my show. Do we have a deal?
I'm down with the deal. It sounds like a good deal. I will say this, you know, like I was saying, Atletico Madrid have been absolutely fantastic this year. But what we're talking about is one club representing a country in the Champions League, and I think that the whole of Italy will be behind AC Milan. Balotelli is on fire right now, and really and truly with El Shaarawy on the right or left, I can see dangerous things happening for an Atletico side who have been very reliant on Diego Costa.
I understand what you're saying, but the fact that they've struggled immensely in Serie A, and I understand that it's a very defensive-minded league, I totally get that, but the fact that I believe they're 10th in the league, there's nothing confident about that group. No doubt they have the talent. You named the biggest pieces of that team that should make the difference. But Atletico Madrid, they are cruising right now. I mean, they're ahead of Real Madrid in La Liga. So as we are filming this right now, of course, I think right now, and I'll go forward with it, Atletico Madrid. By the way, with the shirt, it has to say I heart Hugh or I heart Rick. Just throwing that in there too. By the way, you talked about Barcelona with Javier Mascherano and Alex Song. Are you basically saying that with the injury of Puyol and a few others on the back line that they should have gone after the tall center back, sort of like a Mats Hummels per se? Is that what you're saying, Hugh?
Mats Hummels, David Luiz, the players were out there over the summer and they didn't make the move. Everybody's knowing that Barcelona have needed a centre-back for at least a season.
Let me cut you off.
Now,
Let me cut you off. Could they possibly have really got Luiz? Would Chelsea have really given up Luiz to Barcelona?
They gave up Lukaku to Everton. You know, I can see it happening, to be honest. He doesn't look like he's really been settled for a while, and I'm not sure that Jose Mourinho is his biggest fan. So it wouldn't surprise me if something similar was to happen. But regardless of whether it's him in particular, I think Barcelona have known for quite a while that they needed a centre back. Bartra isn't quite there yet. Puyol is very slow or injured all the time, as is PK. And once these guys get into fatherhood, football becomes a secondary thing as far as I'm concerned. You don't see 100% focus on the field or off it. And that's evident in the results and the fact that they've been drawing, conceding more goals than they have for a long time. And now we have a situation in La Liga where Atletico Madrid are involved in the title race and they do have a say. So I would say that as far as these guys go, yeah, definite chance.
So Hugh, let me get a yes or no out of you. Are you saying that if Shakira was your wife, you still would not make her your number one priority? Is that what you're saying?
This is the thing. How could you possibly make football your number one priority when you're going home to Shakira on a nightly basis?
All right, glad we're agreed on that front. By the way, rounding it up, Galatasaray against Chelsea. That should be very juicy as well, with Didier, Drogba, Wesley Sneijder going back to Stamford Bridge. Obviously, Schalke against Real Madrid. It seems like Real Madrid is going to win that one, though Schalke is going to give them a real test, as they did Arsenal last year. Zenit against BVB and Arsenal against Bayern.